Hello and welcome. Let's find that comfortable space on those mats below us. Start to bring that awareness and attention into your breath and into your bodies. Taking in nice, big, deep breaths and exhaling every last bit of it out. Big, full, deep breaths in and out. Big breaths in and out. Remembering when we calm down that breath, we calm down those bodies and we calm down those minds. Starting with those shoulders, let's inhale, roll them up towards our ears, and exhale back and down our spines. Inhale, rolling them up, and exhale back and down. Inhaling up and down. Continuing at your own pace here. Just starting to warm up those shoulders. Let's do one more time up. One more time back and down. Let them rest nice and low. We're taking a big deep breath in. And exhale, right ear falls towards that right shoulder. We're keeping those backs straight. Remembering here, the only thing stretching those necks is the weight of your own head. So with every exhale here, we're going to let that head hang a little bit heavier. Let that neck stretch just a little bit more. Unclench those teeth. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Try to relax those faces. Next inhale, let's come back up to center. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Same thing on this side, remembering the only thing stretching those necks is the weight of that own head. So we're not pulling down, we're not shrugging those shoulders up. We're keeping them low, backs are straight. Next inhale, let's come back up to center, big breath in. And exhale, chin comes down towards that chest. Let's let those heads hang nice and heavy here. If those backs start to round forward, just go ahead, roll those shoulders up and back. I want you to feel that stretch in the back of those necks. With every exhale, let those heads hang a little bit heavier. And then just go ahead and start to bring whatever movement feels good for you, for those necks, for those shoulders, those backs, that whole upper body really for you today. So maybe a U-shaped stretch is what feels nice for you. Inhaling up to one side, exhaling back down towards your chest and up to the other. Maybe we're just doing like a little kind of sway side to side. Maybe you're going to continue rolling those shoulders, maybe just alternating one or the other. Whatever feels good for you. Just take a moment here to really warm up that upper body. Maybe do a few little cat-cows here. Finishing up that movement, and then we're going to come back to center here. So just roll those shoulders up and back. I want you to bring that right hand down to the mat next to us. That left arm is going to reach up towards that ceiling or beautiful blue sky. Inhale, reach up, extend through those shoulders, and exhale, reach over those heads. We're stretching out that left side of our body. Inhale, reach both arms up and back down to heart center. Let's take that left hand, bring it down to that mat next to us. Right arm reaches up. We're going to extend up, reach, 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 and over to the left. Left ear falls towards that left shoulder. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, reach both arms up. Let's roll those wrists and come on back down. Right hand's going to come back down to that mat. Left arm reaches up. Let's reach and exhale as we come over. Inhale, lift both arms up. Left hand down. Right arm reaches over. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. This time as we reach up, we're going to twist to the right so that right hand comes behind us, left hand comes to that right side of our bodies. Look over those shoulders. Remembering here, we're not leaning back into that hand behind us. We're simply using it as a little kickstand here. Maybe even just those fingertips are on the ground behind you. Next inhale, let's reach both arms up. And exhale, right hand now comes to that left side, left hand comes behind you. Look out over those left shoulders. Remembering here, with every exhale, we make room in those bellies for that body to twist just a little bit more. Inhale, reach both arms back up. And exhale, hands come together at heart center. Let's interlace those fingers and press those palms out. I want you to reach those palms up towards that sky. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. And hands down together at heart center. Let's go ahead and come around onto all fours. We're going to get into a traditional tabletop cat-cow. So starting with our knees underneath those hips, wrists are underneath those shoulders. Start with a nice flat back. We're inhaling, sinking those bellies, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, arching those backs, chin comes into chest. Inhale as you sink those bellies and look up. Exhale, arching those backs, chin to chest. Remembering, we're just trying to stretch out those spines, decompress those backs. So whatever movement feels good here for you. Maybe swaying side to side, maybe kind of rolling that back around. Just take a moment here, keep those breaths going, and stretch it out. Let's come back to tabletop. I want you to look down at those hands. We're going to replace those hands with our elbows. So coming down onto those forearms, I'm going to make a fist with one hand and then wrap my other hand around it. Before we do anything here, I just want you to kind of look at those hands, kind of look behind you, just kind of notice where everything is. So first, let's just kind of lean back, bring those beautiful bottoms towards those ankles. And bring those ears in between those arms. So get a nice shoulder stretch. And then come on back up. Bring those faces over those wrists, those hands. Big deep breath in and exhale back. Ears come in between those arms. Inhale up. Face comes over those hands. Let's do that a few more times. Just a nice little shoulder stretch here. Exhaling as you come back. Inhaling as you come up. And back. Big breath in. And back. Now you can continue doing this movement here. If you want to maybe challenge yourself a little more, let's just tuck those toes and lift those hips up and back. Keep that movement going, but maybe pedal those ankles back. Stretch out those legs. Do a few dolphins. Bringing those knees right on back down to your mat. Big toes come together behind you. Sink back into child's pose. Let's take a few breaths here. Reaching forward here, you'll get a nice stretch on those shoulders. Maybe it feels better to reach those arms behind you. Let's go ahead, reach those arms forward, press into the palms of your hands. We're going to lift those bodies up, tuck those toes, come into a high plank. High plank, those chests are over those hands. Our bodies are nice and strong. Let's take a moment here and pedal back into those heels. Bring those knees down, bring that chest in between those hands, tuck those elbows nice and tight, roll those shoulders back. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale back down. Inhale as you press yourselves up, and exhale back down. This time as we inhale up, let's press into the palms of our hands here, and I want you to lift those bottoms and then just come back into a modified child's pose here. And then let's bring some movement to this. So we're going to inhale, lift up, and exhale back down to your mat. Rolling back up into cobra. Let's press back. Inhale, lift up, bring that chest back down. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale back. Let's do one more. Inhale, roll forward, bring those chests down. Inhale up. This time let's tuck those toes and come into down dog. So remembering down dog, our bodies are in that upside down V shape. Maybe those legs are straight, maybe they're bent. Maybe you want to walk your dog. Whatever feels good for you. Let's try to keep those ears in between those arms. And if you find that head forward and that back kind of rounding, just try to bring that head back in between those arms and sink those shoulders, that chest back toward your thighs. Let's go ahead, bring those knees back on down and come back into tabletop. So we're in that traditional tabletop here. I just want you to take those arms, bring them a little bit further apart here. What we're going to do is we're just going to drop down into one shoulder and then lift back up and then drop down into the other. Starting small here, and maybe you need to readjust those hands to wherever feels comfortable for you. But we're just going to go back and forth here. Now, as you drop, say, that right shoulder, let's look up over the left. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you come down. And while we start small, as we move and as we breathe, let's make, those stretches a little bit deeper each time. Going as far down as those bodies allow you. Getting a nice stretch on those shoulders. Maybe you can come all the way down. Let's walk those hands back on in. I'm going to roll those shoulders back. Inhale, lift those arms up. Roll those wrists, stretch out those fingers, and shake it out. Let's press back into that high plank. Press back into down dog. Step forward to the top of our mats. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. We're stepping back into that plank. Bring your knees down, bring your chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you walk towards the top of your mat. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Let's do one more sun salutation. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, stepping back. Knees down, chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as we step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Let's bring those arms up overhead and exhale into a forward fold. Let those heads hang nice and heavy here. Let those arms hang nice and heavy. Maybe sway side to side. Maybe nod those heads yes, shake those heads no. Again, still working on stretching out those spines. We're going to roll on up nice and slow. Bring those arms out to the side and up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to the top of your mat, let's roll those shoulders back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, bring those fingertips down. We're going to step back with that right foot to start. Find a distance here where you feel comfortable rising up into our high lunge. So we're finding that space here, remembering the deeper that space, maybe the more challenging the balance. So if you need to come up here or here, it's completely fine. Let's roll those shoulders back, check those toes, make sure you can still see them. Bring those arms up, nice and strong. Just want to do a few cactus breaths here. I really want to work those beautiful shoulders. So take a big deep breath in and exhale. We're going to bring those elbows down. Inhale, lift up and down. Inhale, up and down. Let's keep those elbows down just for a breath. Next inhale, let's lift back up. And exhale, hands come back down. Let's bring that right knee down to your mat. We're kind of come into a crescent lunge here. So gently lifting those upper bodies up, throw those shoulders back, bring those arms up, nice and strong. Maybe you have a back bend. Maybe we're just reaching those arms up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in. And exhale, hands come down on either side of that left foot. We're going to tuck those left toes, lift up. Can we kind of arch those backs a little bit here? Maybe not necessarily straightening out this right leg, but just kind of bringing a little bit of movement to it. So coming forward, chin come to chest, just a few times here. And then planting into those hands, we're stepping back into our plank, pedaling back into those heels. Bring those knees down, bring that chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back, this time with that left foot. Again, remember, we're coming into that high lunge, so find that distance that feels good for you. As we lift ourselves up, find that balance, check those toes, make sure those knees are nice and strong. Shoulders back, arms up. Let's do some of those cactus arm breaths. So big deep breath in. Exhale, elbows come down, open those hearts. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. One more time, up and down. Keep those elbows right where they are. Big deep breath in and out. Next inhale, we're going to reach up and then down. Bringing that left knee down. Let's adjust if we need to here. We're coming into that crescent lunge here. Bring those arms up, nice and strong. Trying to sink into that hip area here. Maybe you need to adjust where that front foot is so you can really sink in. Big deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down on either side. Let's go ahead, tuck those left toes, lift up, and again, just a few kind of arches and down, back and forth. One more time. Stepping back into your plank, pedal back into those heels, knees, chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Stepping forward to the top of our mats. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful little flow. Thank you for joining. Have a beautiful day.